been a food equipment manufacturer here in the Central Coast for about 15 years. We primarily focus in the fresh cut industry, mostly fruits and vegetables. So any pre-processed fruit or vegetable, anything that's been cut or really even packaged, typically it's been washed, dried, and somewhat handled to get into that package. And so we assist our customers with the equipment needed to facilitate all that. Up until 2011, we were using the old style motor and gearbox drives for our conveyors, and we experienced about a 3 to 5% failure rate during the first year on the motor and gearbox. And once we switched to the Van de Graaff, that failure rate during the first year dropped to about 1%. And we've even had years with 0% failure rate. It's been a tremendous improvement. Taylor Farms is a phenomenal success story here locally. They've been at the forefront of pushing new food safety guidelines across the industry. They've been a great partner for us.
We have good experience with the Van de Graaff motor because we were removing little by little our regular electric motor and gearbox. We were trying different brands, but with the time we noticed how reliable are those drum motors. That was basically why we decided to use those.
Less equipment is the most sanitary equipment, and if you can do the job without an external gearbox, without a motor, without two bearings, obviously those are things you don't have to clean. Those are things that aren't going to harbor bacteria. In my opinion, it's far more sanitary because you don't have all that external equipment.
I would say that the Van de Graaff is better because it's a safe motor and food safe.
On most conveyors, the only part that is a buyout for us is the Van de Graaff drive. Just the benefits that it's provided us in manufacturing as far as reduction in time, simplicity, safety. It's just so easy to install. We're just putting them on, they clip right in, a couple of minutes they're installed and never have any issues with them.
Basically, the minor maintenance that we are performing currently is basically the oil change on them.
So many components with the old style drive with bearings, shafts, sprockets, motor, gearbox. You have a lot of areas that are difficult to get to. Some are impossible to get to without disassembling the conveyor. The Van de Graaff drive eliminates most, if not all, of those areas. For Freshly Farms, they converted the Van de Graaff primarily based on the sanitation aspects of it, again, because it's a much cleaner drive system. That was their primary reason. Now they love it because of the reduced maintenance.
I will say that we have over 100 Van de Graaff drum motor in our facility. Little by little, on new equipment, basically, we are integrating those.
Blue Ribbon Frozen Foods, they converted because of space requirements, and they actually couldn't fit the motor and gearbox where they needed to put these conveyors. Now that they have, he's slowly converting the entire plant because he's fallen in love with the product. Just recently, one of my customers contacted me and mentioned, in his words, what a joke it had been using previous technology compared to the new one, because I believe he's one of the customers that's had 0 failures with Van de Graaff. Our partnership with Van de Graaff has worked, and I look forward to using them for many years to come.